morning, or no, it's nighttime right now. But I just had to tell you guys, I had the worst nightmare ever. Because after I got home, I was so tired, so I just went to sleep. And so, let me explain this to you. So I was driving, which is a bad start to begin with. If you want to survive, don't let me drive. My motto. So I was driving and we were on this like road, like there's like a cliff and then there's the road and then there's the thing to prevent people from driving over the edge, which is like it's like a flimsy piece of metal. Couldn't stop a car going 80 for real. So, and there's like this giant expanse at the bottom, obviously a death trap. So, I was driving and I was nervous, but I was telling myself, no, you've been driving for quite a while now. You don't have anything to worry about. So I was driving, but these people don't drive like people in Alaska. These people are maniacs. So I'm driving and suddenly everyone around me has like giant plastic bags full of like onions and potatoes and stuff like that. And I am perched like a bird at the top of a like towering 30-foot tall shopping cart with just tons of onions and potatoes. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm craving like hash browns or something. You tell me. So, um, I'm like holding onto the side of the cliff because obviously it's a toppling hazard. So I'm holding onto the side of the cliff and I'm like, holy shit. Because this guy at the bottom is like yelling like, save my daughter. And I'm like, bro, who are you even? I don't know. I don't know who you are. But I'm sitting on top of some onions and holding onto the cliff to help try and prevent this thing from falling over and like letting me fall 1,000 feet to my death over the ravine. Is that even what it is? Is that what it's called, a ravine? I don't know. So suddenly I'm like, I don't know where that ends. Dreamland is kind of crazy. So I am in a car with my friends. The ones I remember in the car with me are Sarah, her boyfriend, Devante, and Chris. I know there was a whole lot more though, because I was like, how are all these people fitting in my tiny 5-seated car? But there were a bunch of people. And suddenly we're driving on this dirt road, right? And it's like cute and quaint. And we get to this building and I get out of the car and I walk into this building and it is like our commissary, the one where I work. It's like that, but like blown up 50 times its size. It's weird. It's like a giant Sam's Club, concrete floors, like tall tall metal shelves that tower up into the heavens and stuff. And I'm like innocently in the section where there is dog food, and this guy just starts bugging out because he's a vampire. Like, I don't even understand why. It's straight out of a Supernatural episode, I promise you. I shouldn't be watching that before I go to bed because I also sleep with my door closed in the dark and it freaks me out every single time. That's why I watch Ugly Betty after every time I watch Supernatural, because it helps me feel better. Don't judge me. So, it's like that one episode of Supernatural when Dean dies. Like, it's the same day playing over and over again for Sam, because the jokester guy, who turns out to be that one angel guy, I don't even remember, because that was a long time ago. But, yeah, it happens like over and over and over again, because Dean keeps dying, and Sam has to figure out how to stop it. It was like that, and it was awful. I had to kill so many vampires, but also it was also really cool because like I was very resourceful with my weaponry, Um, I was like, there was this weird like wooden cross space under the dog food section. Don't ask me why I keep having to go to that section, but I was like under there hiding out, camping out with a strategy about these vampires, and um, suddenly there's a vampire like right there next to me, and he looks like Crowley. I realize that now. He looks like Crowley. So I have no weapons on me. I don't know what's going on. Suddenly all my weapons disappear because that's the most convenient thing to happen in a dream. Nightmare. So I search everywhere, including into my pockets, and I find a pen. So I just like stabbed that guy in the neck. He doesn't even do anything. Like he could still fight back. It was a flimsy little pen, and I was just stabbing him in the neck like 70 times, and he just like after the first 3 tries, he was still alive. He was still there, like just blood bleeding, and he was just looking at me like, okay, I give up. I was like, thanks. So I crawled out of there, and I died so many times. Like it was like that episode because if you died and like got in a fight with a vampire and you made out, you had to start over again. You woke up again in this weird commissary, and you had to start all over again and figure out what is going on so you could stop it. Um, Also, there was this one part, and it was really weird. There were like these really young girls that I recognized from my school, like they're just now going to be freshmen and sophomores. And I was coming at them with like this weird box set of knives that I found in the cat food section. It was the cat food this time. And it, like there wasn't even plastic like covering. It was just like knives for the taking. I was like, score. So I was like lugging around this box. What, son? Knives. And so I was approaching these girls when all of a sudden there's like this display in the middle of the floor with like cute underwear and stuff and like, you know, things that those girls like a lot of girls like. I was tempted to just be like, oh my god, so cute. But it was weird because we sell food. We don't sell it. But they were like, there was this one girl creeping towards me, and I was like, no. And their leader, I guess, she was like, if you let us get to this underwear display, because, you know, I was like kind of approaching them, and here's the underwear display, and here's them. And I was like coming up to intercept. So I was like, okay. So I just turned and I ran, and there was this kid I know, and his name is Sam Borrego. I don't know why his voice was in my mind, but I distinctly heard him yell some kind of war cry, and it was so scary. And I had to hide behind like this giant train that was somehow in the middle of the commissary. And I was like, I need to find a hiding spot that will cover me from 2 or more sides, because I can't like. I have awful peripheral vision. Peripheral vision. It was awful. You guys don't understand. I woke up and I was like, holy shit. Thank God that is not my life. I was like, I will gladly work another 8-hour shift. I will, like, an 8-hour shift at work on a boring, slow day. I will be happy. Because that is not my life. Also, please excuse the face. Like, I just woke up. I know, like, that should be my excuse for everything. I just woke up in the middle of the day when I'm halfway into my work shift. What's wrong with your face? I just woke up. And also, I swear that people think I'm crazy at work because, Bleeding Love plays on the radio, like, they have a special radio that they only play in APs and commissaries and stuff. I don't know. They picked the shittiest movie, if I'm being honest. They have like a few good things in there, but mostly it just makes me want to like hit someone with a watermelon. So, they played Bleeding Love, and it was louder, like I could hear it because there wasn't a lot of people, but there were still people who could see me in their vision, and Bleeding Love started playing. You know that post on Tumblr that's like, she doesn't say you cut me open and they're like, she says you call me your banana? I was, I was thinking that and I was icing the broccoli, right? And I just started busting out laughing, and the people from the deli were staring at me. I was like, now they think I'm weird. They already think I'm really weird. But I'm not. But I swear, everyone was staring at me today. I was like, is there something in my teeth? Ugh. For real. Um, yeah. So that's all I really had to tell you guys. I hope you never have a dream like that, unless you're like into scary things. I am the biggest chicken ever. Oh, and it was really weird because while my life was supposed to be my priority, you know, like I should be watching my back 24/7 in this vampire infested commissary. I would stop in the middle of like walking in the open where I could be attacked easily, and I'd pull out my phone and have a sentimental moment with some of my friends. Like, what? I don't do that ever, really. Ever, actually. Once because of a situation, but I was like, I would text them and be like, I'm so sorry, you know, you mean a lot to me and stuff. He'd be like, I know, you too, and then we'd like bring up weird questions about sex, and I'd be like, I don't know where I'm going with this. So, yeah, I'm gonna go watch Supernatural, of course, and probably maybe eat. For like the past week, my mother has been obsessed with Cheetos. I don't understand why she keeps buying Cheetos and bringing them into our house. I don't understand. They're the bane of my existence. So, 13 minutes. I hope you guys survived this, and, yeah. I like you guys a lot. You're all so cute and adorable. So, talk to me, and I will see you guys later.